As an artist, as a practicing artist, I have two types of practice. I have an art practice, which is my art, and I have an art practice called a advocative practice, where I actually make art with communities. And a lot of the communities, like the first performance that you saw was EPAC, Chinese Dragon Dancers, and the Otahuhu N District Pipe Band. Like, nobody gives a fuck who they are. But I do. I do because I have a certain advantage towards Kiwis, because I'm an outsider, and I come from a lower socioeconomic developing island nation such as Samoa. When I come to New Zealand, when all these other Pacific artists talk about New Zealand being this myth about the land of milk and honey and land of opportunities, for me, it's true for me, because I make my life how it wanted to happen.
Social diversity is something we don't speak very much about here in New Zealand. And actually that's a far bigger issue than racial diversity. Look here, there's a crowd, you have all kinds of colors and so on, in the panel, out there, in here. And we're all united by our kind of middle classness.
You know what's really funny? Because like when my performance took place next to the Auckland Art Gallery, and I had a meeting with the dude that was looking after all the public programs on a Sunday. And then, you know, like on Lawn Street, like on the ground floor, there's like the Auckland Art Gallery bar, that's where all the function takes place. I was supposed to use that room for all my participants to go get changed and stuff. And during my meeting with the people, with this person at the Auckland Art Gallery, oh, well, you know, you can always come and use this room because, you know, you can, you know, and, you know, make sure you kind of, you know, lock yourself up, you know, after when you leave and stuff, because, you know, you sometimes, you know, have the street riffraff, you know, hanging around these sort of streets. And I just turned around and said, well, you know what? That's actually my audience. That's actually my audience.
I mean, actually,
so it really depends, like, sorry, Pontus, but it really depends, like, it's up to the artist to bring in their meaning of diversity.
And I would welcome anyone who has really a good idea of how to work with issues of homelessness, for instance, without patronizing the homeless.
I'm living in New York now, and my collaborator Arturo, sitting over there, is born and raised in New York. And there's this, well, I'm not just going on this topic, but there's one homeless guy that I think he lived there since you're born. He is walking around with hundreds of plastic bags, and he particularly chooses black color, and he carries all those tens of bags with him. And there are many people living on the street, but he really catches my eyes. And I talk to some other people, they know. So somehow, you know, there are certain choices people make is really loud, and in whatever form. It could be art, it could be somebody who's not thinking about art, but there's all these loud things. What was the question? The future.
Yeah.
So future is bubbling up in a very unexpected place, and I don't even think about art per se, or homeless person per se, or scientist per se, and I think we just have to